Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips. 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips. 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
What do you watch? You
watch, Papa.
Now, what was Sagum way?
Comparable.
And then the NSA.
Where are we?
Yes, soon. Say, nay, it has so cast off for Jawo. Please let me share a drove family legs. No, may check when they make a war, may come by one. Mr. Bingham, a sister. My answer to me, I'm meeting me, Mamma, and Sano come so. Ning edge I you. See my word, Ramage. Hey, loving yes, in ye. Mauna. Also between my bones are any family bless shit. Family bless. I feel na care na me more home come.
Family bless or Babia downfall. Family bless number 1.
Is bad breath distancing you from your friends? Worry no more, because NBF Gingival Gel will put a smile on your face again. It is good for bad breath, tooth decay, and gum issues. NBF Gingival Gel has antioxidant properties of vitamin C and E and soothing properties of propolis. It can also be used as a toothpaste. You can also mix it with water and gargle with it. Always remember that anytime we talk about bad breath, NBF Gingival Gel will be there to do the magic. For bulk purchase, contact Light Pharma and Leading Pharmaceuticals or call us on 0200-799-325 or 0267-569-764. NBF Gingival Gel, your new best friend for your mouth. This advertisement has been approved by the FDA. Is bad breath this?
Ladies and gentlemen,
that was a nice break for an advert. Let me say, I appreciate all of them. Let me also encourage anybody watching. There are many events coming up, and you want to have an advert played on this large following page for you. You can contact me on 0277 So we are treating who is a stepchild or who are stepchildren in a marriage setting. How to raise a stepchild. How to raise a stepchild. As a wife. That's what it's supposed to be. So there's a mistake. How to raise a stepchild as a wife. Yeah. So your definition of a stepchild is very important to me. Let me hear you. From where you come from, who is a stepchild? So how to raise a stepchild as how to raise a stepchild as a wife. You get it? Good. So how to raise a stepchild as a wife and not a woman. How to raise a stepchild as a wife. As a wife, not a woman. Sorry for that type of error. Good to hear it. So how to raise a stepchild as a wife, not a woman. Yeah, and in our system that we're running now, there'll be too many stepchildren that are going to come up seriously because there are too many ones, and so there'll be too many stepchildren. You can also join the link via your own system. The stepchildren, I think Dr. Bachman has a. My son is also live, My son is live. Mr.O.com. Mr.O.com is also live, my son, in North Carolina. Stop the currency conservation when you travel. Oh, okay. And I love that one. It means that when you buy things, stop saying how much is $100 in Ghana cedis whilst you are in Abuja. So when I get chance on that, my son is live and he can't even join me live because we are live. Father and son, let's go. Let's all jump into the space. So you can join the link just simply clicking on the link below your Facebook and voila. Yeah, that's a word. Here we go. I don't want any conflict because from yesterday it's been conflict 1, conflict 2, all the way. And I treated how to manage conflict yesterday without putting any other person in the form of Allah. So my friend, my loved one, my sisters, can we please start sharing? I think right now the sharing has become a fatigue for all of us. I don't know why, but I get very excited when I go and find out that I've even shared to myself. It's strange, yeah? I've shared and shared to myself.
I know what I'm doing. I am not lost. And so, like a friend or a client or a follower said yesterday or 3 days ago, that she's been following me for a number of years now. And she's convinced that if she could have met me earlier, not me as a husband, but as a counselor earlier, she would have not made some of the mistakes that she has done when we're treating the battle of accidental marriage. But this morning, I'm here again to provoke truth. Join the link and share the page. I want to see you share it. Be proud to share it on your page. You see, the first sharing should happen on your page. Then the next one to your friends. Do you understand? So let's share it together. Today I don't have a driver, so I'm more or less illegally trying to have a lecture with you on Thursday. Usually Thursday. It will not misbehave like it always does. Because if it does, I'll be mad at the internet. And that could lead me and the internet providers into conflict with that angle. Is that okay? Yes. So there are a lot of trending issues happening. Some of them concerns us. Some doesn't concern us at all. But there's one that hits me. Agrada's child has gotten a denial from the father that by paternity she's not. It's alleged that the father has done, the child's father have done a DNA, and unfortunately, is not the father. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure that I have a stable internet. So we have a small hitch. Take it as a hiccup. Not just go ahead and make sure that the system will work. Don't worry. One day, this one too shall pass. So the definition of a stepchild, if you can help us with it, the floodgates are open. I can see you sharing. Let me see you sharing, please. I come to beg you to share. Yes, it's true. And there are times that you get worried. The type of the type of information you are disseminating, and the number of people that are ready to listen live. Even though I should say it that they go back to watch, because when we are done, a lot come, but we want their views. You understand it? As it is. But well, let's take it from here. I see I want to feature still future of both. Okay. 5 Ghanaian millionaires and 2-4 could appoint as a strategy. Okay, and I see Dr. Ting, the ABN, Angel Broadcasting Corporation, see the owner, sorry, I said CEO, the owner as part of the list of people that this post is suggested Asantehene who put them on the scene. It's not because of their worth, but by lineage and by process, it's possible they can become Asantehene. Well, Chief Stancy has become more business oriented than those days when it became some sad PM somewhere who can become whatever it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there the topic starts. I love this particular ambience. Usually when I pass through it, I am live. The way I become dark and bright, it makes me feel that my future is clear. And One Love trailer, true story of Mali's businesses and family members. So I've gotten some few trends, and then I want to continue going. You all know one of the biggest trends that is not biggest, sorry, one of the trends that is trying to make headlines is the launch of Aditya Anand's book, and excerpts of the book coming out is trying to make headways. But I think he didn't do well. He could have consulted Yvonne Nelson so they know how to do it. Okay. Agrada rearrested is on Ghana word. Agrada rearrested in case involving publication of new photos of FFX. I think I don't know much about the story, but that is one of the things that Shami Kwame says. Sorry. Okay. So this is coming from Ghana. All right. I think we can start our topic for today because there's none that is more relevant to us when it comes to the topics we're treating. So who is the stepchild? And it's educational material. So let's all come well. You can write, I will read. If you can write, you can come live and come and talk about it. But I can't see you. I see myself sharing the page. I can see you sharing with me. So wherever you are, at least be kind enough to share the page and invite a friend and say, let's go and hear how your stepchild is disturbing you. Let's go and deal with it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I need more to share. Invite a friend. Invite a friend. We are unstable. I don't know why people don't want us to be teaching things that we have to teach. Because the same thing that we're doing, if we do it in the opposite, we might have results in terms of what do you call it, numbers. But I believe it's education. I don't need to be controversial so as to get somebody to come and like the page. We know I'm controversial if you don't come and listen to what I'm about to teach. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can hear me because there is an extra noise coming, even for me. I think my car is making more noise. And I don't know if you're hearing me clearly. That also will help me if you type and say, yes, I can hear you. Very, very important. So, we are live. And, we are still live. I don't know. So, who is a stepchild? And how do we manage a stepchild as a wife and not a woman? So remember that in the life of a child, there are three different types of women. A child can refer to a woman in a marriage setting as a mother, as a stepmother, as a mother, as a stepmother, but the position, or as a woman, but the position of a child, or the position of a woman within the setting of a home is either you are a wife, you are a baby mama, you are either a wife, a baby mama, or I don't know what title you have in the setting of a home. So in the first place, if we want to establish who a stepchild is a child who has been brought into the marriage setting by the mother. So when your mother brings you into the setting of her marriage as a wife, you become a stepchild. If your mother comes, if your father marries a woman and the woman comes in as a wife, hear this. If a woman comes in as a wife to your father and you, whilst the woman has come in as a mother, as a wife to your father, and your mother is not the one in the marriage, then the wife of your father will refer to you as a stepchild. So basic definition of a stepchild is a child who doesn't belong to the two parents in the marriage. When two people are in a relationship, I don't know how a child can be a step, because your position as a stepchild is defined by the status of the two parents that find themselves in the setting. So a baby mama is a woman who has a child for a man who is not married to her. So your position in the life of a woman in the life of a man, as a woman or as a wife will help us treat this particular topic. The truth is that most likely, most women would love to tell me that they are a wife, not because they have been married. Usually, I find it very, very annoying and disrespect to femininity. Anytime I find out that a woman is living with a man who has not married her and is calling it miknu, miknu, miknu. And I think that gradually I'm achieving the common sense practice, which is, what is my common sense practice? I'm achieving my common sense practice, which is conscientizing or sensitizing women who have children with men that the fact that you have a child with a man doesn't make you an automatic wife. So I'm treating how to raise a stepchild as a wife, not a woman. As a wife, not a woman. Or as a wife and not a woman. Should it be that? Well, it's English. So that's my own. So once you don't have both parents in the setting and you happen to be the only, what's it called? The only child within the circle. Your mother is there, your father is not there, then you become a step to whoever brought you. So a child can be a stepchild because the father brought him or her. A child can be a stepchild because the mother brought him or her. But within the two category of people, they all end up with the mother. And that is the most essential thing here. Is she not pregnant? I see a woman with a mental problem but pregnant. Oh, I'm surprised. What to say? Give me. Can a man woman be pregnant? And who has impregnated her? Oh, Jesus Christ. My heart is beating like this. Sorry, let me continue. I lost it. There are things that takes my conflict. So sorry for the conflict that I just created. So let me continue. Earlier, how to raise a stepchild as a mother and not a woman. It means that as a wife and not a woman. It means that you cannot have a stepchild as a woman, but you can only have a stepchild as a wife. And unfortunately for us, the status of a child has never changed before. It's the status of a woman that can change. So you can have an ex-wife, you can have an ex-husband, but you don't have ex-children. Is that okay with all of us? So your children out of your previous marriage are not ex children. It can be ex. So if you make 400 children, they can be ex. And one of the funny things is that, so a woman gets married to a man. For example, I marry. There's nobody online. I marry Esther, for example, and in the time of marrying Esther, she had 2 kids, and because it is the hen that carries the chicken along, she has 2 kids, and the 2 kids, one is hers, one is for the husband. So she has a stepdaughter with her and her daughter. Then I get married to her, whilst I also have 2 children, who I had one from Vivian and I had one with Anita. So I have 2 children who are unfortunately not step. Get illustration very carefully. I have 2 children who I'm bringing into the marriage. For me, the 2 of them are not steps. As compared to my new wife, 2 children that she's having from 2 different men. Do you get it? So a stepchild in the relationship is a child brought by any of the parents, either the man or the woman. But in this particular conversation, my explanation is that I meet Esther, I want to marry her. She has 2 children. And the 2 children are coming from 2 previous men who put her in the family. So she has 2 children, and because the chicken follows the hen, in my request and the request to marry her, she introduces 2 children to me as her children, whose fathers are there doing their thing, but they are not together. Then meets me too, as I said, I have 2 children with 2 different women. So we are bringing 2 children into the marriage. But unfortunately for me, mine 2 are not step, but her 2 are step when the children comes together. I hope you know. So a woman who has 2 children with 2 different men, the children are stepchildren. The children are stepchildren. So when a woman has 7 children with 7 men, all the 7 children are stepchildren. But when a man has 7 children with 7 different women, they are not stepchildren. Do you get it? So when I plan to marry Esther, who has 2 children with 2 different men, it will not be a headache for me, because she's coming into the marriage already with stepchildren. But in my home, all the 2 children I'm bringing, they are not step. They are different mothers, but have one DNA. So the 2 of them are not step. Next stage, if they live in my house with my new wife, in my house, they are not living in a stepfather's house, but they are living in their father's house. But Esther, who is my wife, I'm getting married to, the children she's bringing are coming to the house of their stepfather. So I can never be a father to my wife's children. No way. It won't happen. It's not possible. It's not. So when a child is declared a step, that is the basic illustration I can give you. But the confusion at times becomes when the woman comes and becomes a wife and will want to operate in the life of the children, she loses concentration of her position in the house. And what is her position that she's losing? Esther has come to my life as a wife. And she has come to my house to marry me with 2 children from 2 women. And I'm marrying her with 2 children from 2 men. So if you draw a pie chart and put this particular narration under each of us, it means that if you draw me, you will draw 2 women, and under the 2 women, you will draw 1 child, 1 child. So I stand, and under my branch, I have a woman, I have a child, and there are 2 mothers, 2 children under me. If you pick up Esther, she's also coming with a child, 2 children, and then 2 fathers. Let me quickly say that when Esther is going to be married to me, it will be difficult by gender to marry Esther and the children, specifically based on the gender of the children we have. And my setup in welcoming a woman with a child in my home must be a strong physical setup. And what does it mean to have a strong physical setup? So a strong physical setup is a type of setup that means accommodating these ones in my home. So I live in a 2-bedroom house, a master and a guest room. That's a 2-bedroom house I'm talking about. We have a common toilet and a master bedroom with 1 room attached to it. And that is the setting I want to marry Esther and her 2 kids into. Don't ever forget that any man you meet, you want to marry, who is living with his children, has a question mark. Because the chicken will forever follow the hen and not the cock. So Esther coming to marry me and finding out that I literally live with my 2 kids means there is a problem already. And I'm going to treat how to marry a Bon 1, Bon 2 as a different topic. But I'm doing stepchildren management or raising a stepchild. And I'm talking about how to raise them, not living with them. Because most of you are living with stepchildren and not having the mentality of raising them. Because your position in their life has been distorted. Are you a woman to them or you are a wife to them? If you don't know your position in the life of the stepchildren, you might not be able to raise them to become proper future leaders for themselves, their family, and the society as a whole. I'm sorry to say that to have children becoming proper in society, not only raising them in quote a well-settled family makes them proper in society. Let me also say this on record that there's no stepchild who will ever admire, appreciate the effort of a stepmom in their life until they become a matured person, grown up, living the life they implanted in them. So a beautiful woman goes through divorce with 4 kids. And when she was leaving the marriage, the husband brought a child before. So he married a man who had a child whilst he was in school. And unfortunately, the child's mother died. So the child was added to her children. So she brought 3 more children and added it to the husband's child. So as a matter of fact, birth order means that the husband's child in marriage is the oldest, not in their marriage, but in the life of the man. That is, I'm just doing introduction today. I'll come and break it down one after the other. I don't have a book, but I have a space to talk. I'm just hoping that this space can generate a book, not big, maximum 19 pages or 15 pages. So 4 children, 3 from her, 1 from the ex-husband, but then the husband. So after divorce, she was moving with the children. And the first one who lost the mother whilst they were on their way to weighing. So they were going for weighing and an accident occurred and that child lost the mother at a very early stage. So growing up, sincerely, the first one knows very well that the wife of the father is not the biological mother, but the firstborn was born after the marriage has grown to 5 years. Then this one was almost 6 before the first child out of their marriage came. So he has seen 3 other siblings, and he has found himself as the oldest son. And it's true because he is living in the father's house. And so the 3 that has just joined are not step. Keep that in your head. Don't forget my basic illustration and definition. That the number of children a man brings home has never been able to define whether the children are step. The step is coming from the mother's point of view. So the firstborn out of the 4, who is the oldest, is not a stepchild. And because the first one is not a stepchild, we are able to understand the conversation properly. You can join me. I say I saw Akuya joining. Akuya, welcome this morning.
Thank you, Counselor.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm cool. I hope you are not coming to create any conflict. But from yesterday, you are just creating conflict.
It is very much needed.
Stop creating conflict.
I'll try.
Good. So you're welcome this morning. And I don't know whether I have a friend who have had an experience or you have an experience yourself. But we're discussing who a stepchild is and how to raise a stepchild as a wife and not a woman. And it is too much for us now because I know by facial statistical observation that there are too many women today and too many men today who are born once, and I'll be treating how to marry a born one person. So I am envisaging that there'll be too many steps when it comes to marriage. So I've explained myself and I was giving an illustration that I want to wrap up so I can have you release a comment from your end for me. So the marriage between this two couple, or this couple, they're not two couple, this couple that I'm discussing. They have 4 children. The lady came to meet a child who lost the mother when they were after childbirth. And they got married 5 years before the first child came. So, for example, Mrs. Lutroff came into the marriage and met these 8-month-old child and had her own when the child was almost 6. So the child sees himself as the firstborn of that marriage. But the child has been told, according to the discussion they had with me, that this is not your mother. And the child is okay with it. Fast forward, there are 3 more. So there are 3 more children in that house who are not step. They are not step. By my explanation, a man doesn't have a stepchild. If I have a child with you, I have a child with Ubia, I have a child with Abna, I have a child. All the children I have, because of their DNA and one fatherhood, none of them are step. They are step to you because they are not your mother. So when the divorce and we're talking about child custody, and the children decided to follow mommy, the first one's mother is not this woman. And he was old enough to make his own decision. And in the court, he chose to follow the mom. I also joined mom. And the court has nothing to do than to give him that right. Now, new marriage she's entering, she's coming in with 4 kids. And with the 4 kids, one is a step to her. Then she comes to my 3 kids. So in the house, she came into the marriage with 4 children who are coming from the same father. But one is not coming from her. So in this setting, she's now a new Mrs. in a new home with this package. And it is a challenge for all of them. Fortunately, the mother is dead, but one auntie of this boy is more stronger than anything. And the boy has made it. As I speak to you, the boy is a pilot in Ghana and does local flights and sees the mother as everything. But in a new home, the mother has gone. There are 2 other girls there. And the 2 other girls, they feel the senior boy. And unfortunately, they are falling in love. Ekia, they are in love. Seriously in love. The new husband's daughter is seriously in love with the stepson of my new wife. And the confusion has become
your new wife, doesn't. Also of my
I
new wife.
married. So I'm saying that I married a new wife
No,
with
I
4
understand.
children.
I understand. I just don't know why you are saying your new wife. I
This
understand
is
the scenario
future
perfectly.
present tense.
A future
So that is, I'm trying
impossible
to
tense.
explain to them who a stepchild is. And so now I leave it to you. If you have any comment or defining who a stepchild is, and if you have the method by which we can raise a stepchild. Sorry for viewers,
Well,
you have some bumping now because I'm enjoying the new road constructed with potholes. Let's go.
well, thank you for the opportunity. And good morning to all of us.
Good morning to you. I hope they can hear you. I find it difficult to hear you. You're sounding
You
somehow
are?
romantic, as if you are in a mid-morning drive.
Is it better?
I think it's better. When you're speaking English, you sound romantic. When you're speaking to you sound raw. I understand. Maybe I have
Counselor.
conflict. Let's go.
Okay, so well, fortunately or unfortunately, I have been a stepchild before.
Yourself?
Yes,
When you say before, are you no more?
I'm not.
Why?
I'm no
You
more.
forever a stepchild.
No, I am not. The reason is because my mom remarried, okay, because she had a divorce from my dad, and remarried. And when she married,
Okay.
I was a stepchild to the new man.
Okay.
She's married to whom took very good care of me, loved me, gave me all the support that I ever needed.
So you are
love,
telling us that your stepdad was very supportive.
very, very, very extremely supportive.
This is 1 out of 100 because in the nursing's case, it was not so.
Please. That's like, I'm not interested. This morning, you violence mode activated. Me conflict piano pay. And you know, I had a stepdad who loved me, took care of me, took me to school, visited me, paid my fees, bought my sanitary pads, panties, everything. Yeah. He did everything.
Let me ask, did you have children with your mom?
Yes, he had 1 child with my mom. That's my younger brother. Okay. So I have been a stepchild before. Unfortunately for me, I lost him. He died. That's why I'm saying I'm no more a stepchild because he's not alive. Sanka, if they
now
were
that
still
he's supposed
married,
to enjoy, now that he's supposed to enjoy from you.
Me. Oh well,
now that
I'm
he's supposed to enjoy from you.
That's the only say. If this man was alive, I'm sure I'd be, greater than I am now. I'm telling you.
You don't mean it.
I mean it. I would.
It means that you lost your dad too. Does it mean you lost your dad?
Oh, sorry, I don't want to talk about that.
No, I'm just asking because it means that you don't have a dad. Whilst this man was being good, or your dad was there but he didn't care. We just want to have that correction.
Please. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this cannot be read in the book. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, so simply a stepchild is somebody, let's say, somebody who is being taken to another marriage. Okay, say if I give birth to George Lutrot, and then his father and I divorce, or maybe the father dies or something, and then I remarry. George Lutrot is a stepchild to my new husband. All right, so that is a stepchild. All right, the scenario that you gave, the woman remarrying, and then the man's daughter falling in love with the son. You know, I think it can happen. They can even get married. I mean,
okay.
I think it is very normal.
So they can get married.
They can. They don't share blood. They don't.
So parents of the bride. Photograph.
Oh, but don't say I can't mention. You know, we are not talking about photography. We are talking about whether it's possible or not, and it is possible. It is
Agreed.
very possible because
Yes, but during the wedding, parents of the black.
No, I'm sorry.
And the parents of the groom.
Nancy obi to me echo adopt Akara a free orphanage. Bring them home, take care of them. Their son will go to love it. They'll get married. I mean,
unfortunately, those things, when you are comparing adoption to stepchildren, please, it's like comparing apples to oranges. They are not the same.
Well, yes, I know.
Don't get there.
Okay,
Good.
I know, but I'm saying that this is something that can happen because the boy in the first place is not the woman's son. And then
right.
The daughter of the man, also,
that's right.
They are only related kakra because the father will probably has had an intercourse. But even with a stepmom, I mean, they are still not. A biological dear. Then you can say there will be moja Fabian, but we're not boy and man. I can certainly marry my stepmom's husband's daughter. Of course, that's very far.
So it means you can marry your stepmom's child.
Of course, my stepmom is not my family. She's not my relative. No matter what I do, we are not related by blood. Okay. We are not. And I am obviously not related to her husband, who is not my father.
Wow.
Yes, I am not. I'm not related to her. I'm not related to any of them. So I can marry any their children. I can marry.
So as we speak, there is a certain minister of state who happens to be a cabinet minister in a certain country. He is a child out of this particular setting. And he's not too happy.
Why is it not?
When he discovered this is the process. They frustrated the two of them never to get married. So they produced a child out of that marriage. And the child is a musician. The child is doing well in the music industry. The name we mentioned in a book entitled, I Am Not Minister. So our question is, do you think it's difficult to raise a stepchild? Because from your experience, your stepdad was too good for you. That you are telling me if your stepdad was alive, even though I admire the way you have grown to become, you could have been better than this.
Yeah.
From which angle are you coming from? Because majority of the people always say, my stepdad was not nice, my stepmom. I mean, as for stepdads, I think they are better than stepmoms. That I want to vouch for.
Yeah, it's true. Because I've had both.
So when you're saying stepdad,
I've also lived
because I look at you, stepmom. Do you think you can be a good stepmom?
Me? It depends on the child. If the child is ready,
every day, everyone will tell you depends on the child. Why does it depend on the child?
Okay, it depends on the child. One, the infant says, to say 1 year, 2 year, and it depends on me. But Akwalane di, me say, Mr. Father, by na me di be 12 years. What you say? And to Akwalane no. If onye na dwen so be foul send mama, no matter what you do, because me buy boni amebo no metia no. We ye boni amebo metia. Ta Akwalane na ehu say me ye na mama na me do no. Oye boni so metia no. E was say me complimenting na me compliment.
Are you the mother of the child?
I am not. I am a stepmother.
So why do you want the child to see you as a mother?
Oh, you see, because of what is conflict?
You are pushing a child to see you as the mother. Are you the mother?
I am not. No, won't I say? They may can say. Me. Okay, as I am here, I have a mother who gave birth to me, but I have other people I call mother.
So they are only mothering you.
I see as mother figure. Do you understand?
So they are mothering you. So you want the child
in this
to see you as the mother figure?
Of course, so that I can see her. That is so we do our stage, because there are stages where I would draw. If you are not willing to submit to your parents, it will be difficult. And because I may not want problem away, no. I may not be that very good of a stepmother. But if the child is willing to subject herself to a few entity, a few near one family, na ye boom. He said they may treat him in manner. Sana may treat him. He said, whatever I will do for my children, I'll do same for her. Now, Betty, I said, I'll be such a great stepmother to her. I've had an experience, both the mother and the father. In fact, their father was very good, but my stepmother was something else. It was so bad. The experience was bad. So bad that I don't even want to remember. And I could never forgive her. And my stepdad was my stepmother. No, yeah.
Oh, you had a stepmother too?
Oh, me. I had a stepmother. Papa so worried. And I had a stepmother. Mom is worried. I had a stepfather. What do I say? And I have lived with both.
And you say you can't forgive your stepmother?
No. She's very wicked. Okay, I don't like that.
But what did she do that made her wicked?
Oh, you see, on the wickedness, when we say growing up, you show movies, most say, but she not stepmother be. Oh man, stepchildren, Juma, and they say they are wicked. Those people are not wicked though. Me, my stepmother knew that. It was my sister and I. We are women. We will grow to become good women in society. Because these are demands of a woman. You should be able to cook, wash, clean. So she did not ever want us to enter her kitchen to go and clean anything, to cook. She literally didn't want us to do anything.
Why?
Because she will not train you to become a good person. She will not give you that training. A young child growing up, say,
do you think that was her mind?
Yes, because not our ma or tire or and she was always saying it. Me na mema o me chichu nkukom na anye say. Na ma o be cinema na anye say. Me na me nya ho o ma o mbeye. Obeye na aduane and the food that she will prepare. You won't even come and take it in the kitchen. Obe say abo udi free na ye shile aduane never say aduane na free kitchen ho free kitchen ho abesi abonte. Ebutu ano wa say.
Is it not because maybe you were stubborn?
I was not stubborn.
You were disobedient?
No, I didn't even know my mom. I didn't know my mom. I didn't know anybody. I thought she was my mom, so I couldn't have been stubborn. I didn't know. Now, when me papa and mommy jawari and me papa dear koye, so at a very time, I was very young. So when I did not me stubborn, I mean baby to act upon it. I didn't know anything. I didn't know my mom. When my mom started coming to look for us, I was around 7 or 8. And I saw that a certain woman who would come around and say that this is your mom. I'm like, who? So I didn't know anything to act upon. And I'm so you don't know anything. I never can. So she was very, 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 very wicked. Very wicked. Very.
She had her own child?
Oh, of course. As at that time, she had 2 children.
So was she treating all of you the same way?
She was not.
Did she treat her child differently from you?
Of course. Of course.
Were you all girls?
Yes. No, we were, say, 3 girls and 1 boy.
So she came to meet your father with more children. Is that what you're saying?
2 girls, my elder sister and I. And she gave birth to 1 girl.
Did she come in with any child?
No. She had not given birth.
Wow.
So she gave birth to a boy and a girl. So there was a girl in the house. And I could see she would make her cut tomatoes. She would make her wash her socks, her panties. When she is cleaning the bathroom, you find a child there. You know, so that was how I could tell that this woman is wicked. She doesn't want us to know anything, how these things are done. Like a girl child is supposed to do this and that. She deprived us. Tanya Manina. So I tell myself that. So if I didn't move, if my mom didn't come for us and we live there, I'll be a full-grown woman, not knowing how to cook, how to wash, how to clean, how to do anything. And come useless. So that is how come I say that she's wicked. My stepdad, on the other hand, was a good man. He made sure that we worked. He taught me how to prepare certain meals. And he was a fancy. He would take me out, taught me a lot of things. And when he did some money, I'll boom me, papa. And you're fancy me. He would discipline me. Or boom me, and he will warn me if I do that again, what he would do to me. And so I was fortunate. He instilled in me certain discipline. I got that fatherly love. But I mean, at that very tender age when it was much needed, I couldn't. But I got it later. Hello.
So if you are comparing the two of them, you want to say that being raised by a stepmom is very difficult. Not because when you said it will depend on the child. That's what you said.
I say it may 2 instances. So I cited examples.
Because you were a cool child, but still didn't have the word.
Let me say this. Let me was sister. I was saying with 2 girls, so we all moved to my mom, living with my stepdad and my mother. The experience I had with my stepdad, my elder sister did not have it.
Oh, okay.
Me, I say my stepdad is good.
Sorry.
My elder sister has a different experience with my stepdad. Do you know why? Because at that time, my elder sister was 6 years older than me. So at that time, now a movie complete. I think I was 9 and 10. So my sister was 6 years ahead. What I said, she was around 16 or 15. And she was so much into her father, our father, and did not want to hear anything like when your papa for a baby. And so anything that the man wanted to do for her, so at a point the man got fed up and left her. Do you understand? So the things he was doing for me, my sister didn't experience that. In any case, anytime my sister would want something or to me come and say, damn me pay win or the man, but then the friend me or me say or name me the kind of relationship we had. No, my sister doesn't have the same because of how she chose to be. Do you understand? But I needed love. I needed care. I needed support. I was very young. I needed that to survive. And it helped me. But my sister has a different experience. The man was not bad. But beside my sister, the experience I had, she did it. So with me, a stepmother, Masa Kolano, is not giving me the chance to train her, to love her, to educate her like the way I would do for my children. I can't kill her. I can't do it. I'll leave her. Right? But if she gave me the chance, why not?
Okay, so it means that for you, Yasmin, Yasmin say you can't join. You of all people, I don't know what's happening. What was it difficult for you to join, Akuya?
Not at all.
So I don't know why Yasmin today is not able to join. Yasmin, try again. Try again. It could be conflict. So,
resend the link or something.
yeah, I've done resending right now. All right, so it means that raising a stepchild as a wife for you will not be difficult, depending on the child and depending on the marriage. Is that what you're saying? Is there any place we'll say that it depends?
The marriage is not even a factor for me, no matter how bad the man may be.
Why do you say that?
I'm being honest. No matter how bad the man may be, that child is innocent. It is solely dependent on the child. I will not say be a papa bomb me, and a papa mommy chop money, and a papa is saying to me the best home frustration be and I'll never. I don't think I can ever do that.
So not in that vein. I'm saying that right now, in me, I bring you into my life right now. Okay. How will you introduce yourself?
You bring me into your life as what? As your wife.
Good. So that's what I'm saying, that if you want the topic, you have to raise a stepchild as a wife and not a woman.
Very well.
So the marriage is important.
The marriage is so important, but I'm saying that I am coming as in as much as you are a wife, you are a human, you have you have the way you are. And when I am coming into a marriage with you, knowing that you have 10 children, it means that I am accepting you and the children. I can't.
That is where I when you say I'm accepting you and the children, what does it mean? That the responsibility of the children becomes my responsibility?
Mine or yours? I mean the woman.
You, the man. So I like for example, you made a statement like your dad was able to do XYZ for you. He gave you whatever you want, you know. So you are a full responsibility of your stepdad.
Yes, because he decided to take it. He solely decided to take it, and
so he was not an obligation to do it.
Oh no, I remember that time because so it's not as if say like they married before I came. We were with my mom before my mom married. So I saw the whole process, how it started. And maybe I was 9, 10, and I think this happened around 12 years. And I was 12.
So your stepdad didn't have a child then? Was there a child for a stepdad?
He had children.
Oh, so you met stepchildren?
Yes.
So the next set of our conversation will be good. So the next set of our conversation will be that you see the age brackets. Whilst right now my first 2 girls have crossed their teens. 20. This one is 20. This one is 22. So if you walk into my life, you meet older girls there. Do you understand? So when the ages of the people you meet in a marriage also plays a role in raising the children. Because, for example, in your case where you're saying that the woman you can't forgive, but I hope now you've forgiven her. It was just a statement.
I will never forgive her.
Oh, don't say that. What do you mean by that?
But
At least oh no, don't say that, please.
Oh, you don't understand. It's not everything we can say, but you know, after the baby Hannah Bibia says, and then because she will forever be a part of my life. Because
but is she alive or dead like
she's
your father,
alive.
like your stepdad?
She's
so
alive.
You don't talk to her? Oh, don't do this. I have to work on you.
Baby Bessie, we need to go. Now I rekindle or time. What I feel like every time something is happening and I'm remembering. Do you understand? I mean, I don't like her. So that is it, counts. I mean, you are saying
no, but you become somebody. What I mean is like why you be, regardless of what she taught you. I know you can cook stew now because your mother took you and inculcated those things into your life. Or
yes. Okay, yes. So I don't have any relationship with her. She's not part of my issue. She's not part of my problem. She stay where she is. Me, I'm where I am. What do I say?
But did she have children with your with your stepdad?
For my father, she's my stepmom. So my father.
Sorry, did she have children with your father?
Four children.
So what is your relation between the children two?
We don't talk, but not because I have issues with them. I really don't. I love them. They are my siblings. But we don't, in Casa because, we didn't grow together. There hasn't been any relationship. But the last time I met you, I was happy. We spoke and all that. But I don't have their contact. I don't think they have.
Does it have any way of affecting you, finding yourself as a wife to a man having children?
Not at all. Obia's story is different.
Okay.
So
you can become a stepmom to my children if I make a mistake of coming to marry you.
You will make that mistake. You make that mistake. And even if you try to make that mistake, I won't fall for that mistake. Me.
One day you regret.
Like I don't want peace. Why would I want to marry a counselor? Why? Conflict.
Don't worry. I told you don't bring conflict this morning. Yesterday I taught conflict. It's like you are bringing conflict. Well, that's a good experience shared with us. So I don't know. Unfortunately, I thought Yasmin would get her point so that I can give her a slot to be able to speak. But like I said from the beginning, it's an introduction to this topic. Who is a stepchild in a marriage setting and how to raise a stepchild as a wife and not a woman. So my establishment here is that, like you made a statement, that if the child doesn't see you as a mother, and that's one of the errors in our lives. We constantly want to find the children referring to us as mothers and as fathers. But I believe that the child should have the know that you are not the mother. And as a result of you not being the mother, your treatment towards him or her has warranted her involuntary position to you as a mother. I get where I'm coming from. Yeah. But if you insist, and I keep asking myself, like you said, your story sounds like, so why will a woman live with the children in the house and refuse them to do anything? Your story is different because the other people, they rather make the children do things. And so your case is different.
I hear you.
Now, Nasa bro na ambaso ana.
Oh, na me adonti ambaso. Because when I moved to my mom, within 2 years, when I was 12 years, I could cook everything. I mean, after that time, now you do fear. Hello? Answer.
Answer. Hello.
I'm here. I'm listening to you perfectly. So, well, I like your submission, but I think we have to work on your forgiveness. We can't force you to forgive, but we have to admonish you to let go, because regardless of you learning anything from her, from your point of view, you have learned something from her. You learned never to do what she did to you to anybody in case you find yourself in her shoes. Or Well, I just lost a queer, and her position is quite something for me. It's a lesson to all of us, and this doesn't deter any of us from finding ourselves with women that we love. We can't see our back. Even our children at home, the way our wives treat them, we don't know. So it's not just for you to believe that when you have a stepchild at home, your wife will maltreat them. That is not the case. I believe very well that it's just a way of life. And if it happens your way, let's find a way to be able to, as it were, live with these kids well. So we leave a better memory in their heads. Just hear where Akuya is coming from, that her memories about her stepmom is not too nice. But we pray and hope that she will one day rise up to the reality of life. So who is a stepchild in a marriage setting, and how to raise a stepchild as a wife and not a woman? So your position as a wife has a lot of influence on how you raise a stepchild. Today, it's been fruitful. We have 1 hour and 15 minutes. And Akuya's addition has elaborated a lot of us. This is an introduction to the topic we're running. So you will see the topic again coming. Who is a stepchild and how to raise a stepchild in a marriage setting when you are a wife. Don't forget, knowing your position gives you the first green light of coming out to know how to manage the life of that child. Yasmin is unfortunate. I don't know why you're not able to join, but maybe tomorrow, God willing, or today's Thursday, I might do the continuation in the evening, God willing, because today, Thursday evening, we are supposed to have the School of Marriage and Relationship. Time as soon, maybe this evening will come up. But well, I just saw somebody coming in the back in the green room. Let me go and check the green room again. Oh, Yasmin, I was just closing and I saw you coming into the green room. So let me just pick Yasmin. Yasmin.
Hello.
You've been able to join as I was just wrapping up. So let me give you the chance. How are you doing, girl?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good. Once in a while you'll be busy not to be able to join me, but that's okay. I like your constant alertness of being part of it. So we're just doing a quick wrap up in our introduction to a program. We'll continue this evening as well. This evening, I promise I'll have a show together with all of you. And we're doing who is a stepchild in a marriage setting and how to raise them. Have you ever experienced being a stepchild before? Or who is a stepchild if you want to define?
Not really. I have never been a stepchild before, but I lived with my grandparents and other family members.
Okay.
So I know how being able to live with your parents is like, what the situations you go through. And I pray that nobody shouldn't be able to live with their parents. Emma be being taught now papa na so mame. It's a bad situation. If you don't meet the right people, you go through hellish. I don't know how to put it, but it depends on everybody. And I hope say amame fo anasa papa fo no omu nkwala na ombemo matena omu ho, because so muntumi any nkwala ne ntina they adn't na wo. There's no need to give birth to them if they are not going to stay with their parents. What is the point of giving birth to them?
I thought it depends on a circumstance.
Yeah, counselor, I know. So I think
So me man penny for so mommy no one yammy no. But Uncle okay. So I don't chase a colanim bread. And I don't chase say yam pay a one. Me Yasmin, yam pay a who Yasmin, me know to Quagua, yam for some tran coladinti. Sana Canano.
No, Minka say, Mawon Kalana Mumpemo. And in my situation, when you say beer, there was an issue beer. Yen to many a papa near my maintenance. I had to say, I will for now like Omudia Mumbaka more my many or papa no, some Kalantina grandparents in channel. That kind of situation I make her say, mba. Nese nyese bia our rentina muntu mintina mumma nkwala nentina omo mamu fa mu nkoma se nipa ne ye busuafo no na akase wo mu ye busuafo nti dabi
ono koma no abeto ayere so ana omo keke no mo
enye so omo jai omo
na se nkwala na koma ye na omo na no.
Aha, and all my say, yechi. What my say? That one there. And I make sure say, yes, say, Papa knew, and I say, our lady good dear. And you say, Muma, Kalano Kotina, family members in China, and change because. There are and yes, mina nana say your grandparents never abuse you. Ebusia fona, I say Busia Fieno. Ebusia Fieno only in Kalani Quapatinano. Those people are going to abuse the kids, no.
Oh, okay.
In any way, because Sapa Panama mean you ho. Una na de den obey. Una no one yawshe, but Ebusiafo na omo fie ho omo na omo pe se wo kokka discover yam from ye di school career na ta bag na se bibi bakra na otumi de man mba no akase wo papa ka se ampeni na one show na ono no di abeto ye su se ye ni ye show no council dia me kan automatic this kind of it's no Tenya say bia aware nebu anasa papa newu dia. People have to stay with their kids so that they don't go through things. If you grow the ampalano ko papa no limu, uni say o di oma komo na na omo so omo na na nche bibia koso we finish ka omo ko school then but the koso of your honu dear, ye person won't na ye be catcher, dear Colani come dear. I will for no more money. Cancer, they make a what,
Matthias, pa. At the end, more than say a won't colana. And yes, I didn't go and Bibia, any Colanina, no Mutminia, as we said the name quiet and yes, me, that's a pa. And you may. You better uncle Budi so. We won't buy say a bar when you're linking in terms, send I call the DBR.
Okay.
That's a part. Show me you. That's a middle. All right, so that was Yasmin for you from Saudi Arabia, who came to draw the curtain to a close in the conversation. Her tangent is that she's not been a stepchild before, but she was given to the grandmother to take care of her. The grandmother was good, but the family members around painted a lot of bad picture about the parents and bringing her to live with them, as if to say your father doesn't bring anything. Your father brings a thing, he has a son, and then they paint that picture. So children have so many ways of facing a lot of difficulty before they grow to become adults. Let's be careful how we raise the children, because no matter how they grow, whatever we leave with them, whether positive or negative, it will forever be in their head. Look at how old Yasmin is. I know Yasmin will be more than 20 years, and she has a history in her mind. Look at Equia. Equia is more than 20 years. I know she might be getting close to her 30s, either early 30s or middle 30s. But she has a history of having a good stepfather. and a bad stepmother as a result of the woman the father went to marry. Always is about the women. Women are always painting negative pictures in their minds of the children. But the men don't do that. At best, the men would rather begin to have relationships with their children. If you're watching me and you are a stepmom, try. Do everything possible. Do everything possible in your own life not to leave a bad memory in the mind of any child. Don't do that. Let a child grow with you and say, my stepdad was a good dad and my stepmom was superb. Because one way or the other, we can have one. We can easily have a stepchild because of what is going on in our situations and our duration now. Well, know your position as a wife and don't behave as a woman when it comes to stepchildren. The story I narrated is a true story. The said guy today is a minister of state in a certain country, and he narrated the story painfully. Don't maltreat your stepchildren. Have patience for them. You don't know what they will become one day. I'm happy you came to join us. And I'm happy you are part of our conversation today. Whatever it is, never ever lose hope. For there's hope for the future. No matter how bad the condition may be now, one of the things I've come to learn is that you can make it. Today, Equia can have some gravy done because the mother came for her. Those of you who are living with children, be careful that you don't pollute them, but you give them the right to grow fairly, fully, and become what they are supposed to be. How to raise a stepchild as a wife and not a woman. I'm grateful. Let me say a big thank you to Ginger Honey Chips for their able support. This program is proudly brought to you by Ginger Honey Chips, the chips of the season. Anywhere you want some, everywhere you go, you can have some. Call me on 0277609644, and I will be ready to supply you. If you're in America, call 862-215-2007. Being a stepmother or a stepfather is not a bad thing, but how you behave toward the child is the most important thing. Good day. God willing, I'll see you again in the evening. Thank you.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's Ginger Honey Chips. Ginger Honey Chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpadashi, your whiskey, your brandy. Anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger Honey Chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your Ginger Honey Chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Watch it.
mansham. What do you watch a year?
You watch papa.
Now, what you was sagum way?
Come Bible.
And then the next year.
Where are we, ma?
Yes, soon. Say nay. It has so pass off for Koja award. Please let me share a draw family like no. Me check when they make award, me come Bible. Miss me, I'm a man sister. My answer to me, I'm meeting me, mom, and son, no come and see so. Ning in edge, you. See my word, ramage. Hey! Loving yes, in ye. My one is me, also between my bones are. Any family like shit. Family bless. I feel it's not can I'm more home como.
Femi Bless Obapia downfall. Femi Bless number 1.
Why watch it?
Mansham, what do you watch a year?
You watch papa.
Now, what you was sagum way?
Come Bible.
And then the next year.
Where are we, ma?
Yes, soon. Say nay. It has so pass off for Koja award. Please let me share a draw family like no. Me check when they make award, me come Bible. Miss me, I'm a man sister. My answer to me, I'm meeting me, mom, and son, no come and see so. Ning in edge, you. See my word, ramage. Hey! Loving yes, in ye. My one is me, also between my bones are. Any family bless shit. Family bless. I feel it's not can I'm more home como.
Femi Bless Obapia downfall. Femi Bless number 1.